शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतो वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं
ஒன்றவன் தானே இரண்டவன் இன்னருள் நின்றனன் மூன்று நூல் நான்கு உணர்ந்தனன் ஐந்து வென்றனன் ஆறு விரிந்தனன் ஏழுன்பாற் சென்றனன் தான் இருந்தான் உணர்ந்து எட்டே. He is only one. அவன் தானே means he is the only one. அவன் தானே means he is the only one. There is he alone is the one. அவன் தானே means he alone is the one. There is no other ones. He alone is the one, he alone is the primary cause. Why? Because he is the only one who remains before creation and who remains after creation. Therefore, Vandra Avandane, that's where it all starts from. The same concept is beautifully illustrated again in Svetasvatara Upanishad. Sayeko, he is the only one. Sayeka, Yayeko, Yayeko. He is the only one. What is he? Jalavan. He is a magician. He Ishata Ishani Bihi. Sarvan Lokan Ishata Ishani Bihi. Yayevaika Udbhave Sambhavecha. He is the only one. Udbhave reminds before creation. Udbhave Sambhave before creation and after creation. He it is that protects all the worlds, controls various forces working therein. What do we mean by controls various forces working therein? That when you get a product like Acrobat, standard 10 software, now standard 14 or something. You know that company, or any company for that, computer companies, you know how many software engineers work there? You know how many CEOs work there to create that final product, to bring it into the market and before it comes into our computers and use it? So also that Ishvara creates all these subordinate deities to weave this fabric, not only weave this fabric of the cosmos, to maintain this fabric of the cosmos, and then we have troubleshooters in case the users have some problem with this fabric, to troubleshoot it, the laws of karma, troubleshoot the fabric, something goes wrong to set it right, so appoints all these people. So therefore he controls all the various forces, all these devatis and devatas, with different departments, who each one in charge of panchabhutas, each one in charge of each directions, you name it. We call in Hinduism 33 crore devatas, 33 kodi devargal. So they are all assigned by Ishvara, Lord Shiva, to control all this. Same way that in a company you have all the CEOs who run different departments to make sure that this fabric of software is written and spewed out, and then there is also like contact, support department, technical department, tech support department, this department, that department. All that is same as what Ishvara does, almost. Irandavan innarul. His sweet grace and compassion, he became two. That is the Shakti. That is Maya. Now, because of his kindness, because of his love, give us all an opportunity to evolve towards him. With the Maya, he gives us this body. Because it is with this body, because that is his innarul compassion, we have to reach to him. Vandravandane irandavan innarul nindranan moondrinol. This is the pathway. He stood in three. What is that three? Pati, Pashu, Pasam. Everything is permeated by him. The Pati is him, and he permeates the Pasu as well as the Pasam. He was in the Pasu, guiding the Pasu. And in the Shakti, he is Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Jnana Shakti, the Trinity. And he's also these great CEOs, Brahma, Vishnu, and Rudra. He is also Nindra and Mundranul. He is in all these three. Vandravandane, Irandavan innarul, Nindranan Mundrinul. Nanga Unarndanan. What is that? He is in the form of consciousness, which is called the fourth state. We call it Turiya. Tirumoolar, very first song. After the Pullayar Stuti, very first song. The entire fabric, the pathway, the paradigm, the algorithm of this Maya and reality. Nindranan Mondrinul, Nanga Unarndanan, and he is in the form of consciousness, in the form of Vista. We talked about this Turiya state so many times. So what do the Upanishads have to say about the Turiya state? Adrishtam, Avyavaharyam. That one him, you cannot really see him. It is with his grace that we see him in the form of Shivalinga. But he himself is unseen. He is unseen. You cannot speak about him. Avyavaharyam. We can't talk about it. We can't discuss that. It's not possible to do that. Adrishtam avyavaharyam agrahyam. You can grasp it also. Alakshanam. There's no attributes. Achintyam. You can't even think about or imagine or contemplate upon him. Can I teach about it? No. Avyapadeshyam. So what is he? Ekatma pratyaya saram. The essence of everything. The essential knowledge of everything, pratyaya saram. Vidyasu sruti utkrishta rudra ekadashini srutav tatra pankshakshari tasyam siva ityakshara the pratyaya saram, essence of everything. Prapancha upashamam, where everything is resolved back. So what is he? Where is he? And he is Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam. That is the Lakshyartha. Advaitam, non-duality. There is nothing, no. Tat Tvamasi. Shantam is absolute quietness, absolute harmony, absolute peace. Shivam, absolutely auspicious, Mangalakaraka. Advaitam. Chaturtham. Nangu unarndanan. Fourth stage. Sa Atma sa Vijnaya. He is the self and he is the one to be known. Ondravandane, Irandavan, Innarul, Nindranan, Mundrinil, Nangu unarndanan. So in the form of consciousness, he is in you as the fourth state. Aindu Vendranan. He is the Lord of this five. What is the five? All these Panchabhutas. We saw how this creation came about in Jagat Ki Utpati in Tattvabodham. This is Tattvabodham, Tirumoolar Tattvabodham in just the very first verse. So, in the Maya, the Gunatmika Maya, Brahmashrita, Brahman, the one that is sustained by Brahman, from the Tamoguna aspect of the Shuddha Maya came the subtle five elements. Then they did perform performed among themselves what is called the Panchikaranam. Then we had Thula Panchabhutas, from which all this creation came about. We saw all that detail before. So Aindu Vendranan. So this is him in this five. He conquered. Conquered means he's a lot of all this, bringing this into manifestation, the Panchabhutas. And then also Aindu Vendranan also means he does all the Panchakritya Parayanaha, Shristi, Sthiti, Samhara, Tirodhana, Anugraha. That is also five functions. And you can say also literally in a very last way, meaning that he is a lot of all the five senses. Then, Aru Virindanan. So, how did he expand himself into six? So, in Tamil we say, Orarivu, Irarivu, Moonrarivu, Nangarivu, Aindarivu, Ararivu. So, all these beings, the creations, right from amoeba up to us, and even higher than us, all these beings could be divided into six categories. But that's all nothing but that one Lord Shiva. So, Aru Virindanan. So, who is in the amoeba, it's him. Who is in the bacteria, it's him. Who is in the ant, it's him. Who is in the insect, it's him. Irarivu, Moonrarivu, Nangarivu, snake, so on and so forth. Animals, dogs, Aindarivu. Human beings also Aindarivu. Ararivu. Ararivu. We say Ararivu Padaitani. We also call six. So this is all him. Aru Virindanan. And literally we can also say that it is his spark from him that came in six parts, expanded into the six parts and created Shanmukha to maintain order in the world. From Subramanya Swami, Shanmukha with one body and six heads. So you can also say that him, that one, Ondravandane, Irandavan Innarul, Nindranan Mundranul, Nangu Unarndanan, Aindu Vendranan, Aru Virindanan, expanded into six. Yelumbar Chandranan. Upper sings beautifully. This one song, when there's a Tiruthandagam, Upper sings for Kalahasti, and then where he describes this beautifully, this Yelumbar Chandranan. Very beautiful. Manattagattan Talaimelan Vakinullan Vayarattan Adiye Padum Tondarinattagattan Imayavardam Siratin Melan Imayavardam Siratin Melan Yelandattu Appalan Yelandattu Appalan Yelumbar Chandranan Yelandattu Appalan Ippar Chambar Punattagattan Narum Kondrai Podinullan. He is in the flower, Kondrai flower. Narum Kondrai Podinullan Porupidayan Neripidayan Katril Ulla Kanattagattan Kailayattu Uchiyullan Kailayattu Uchiyullan Kalatiyanavan Yen Kannulane Kalatiyanavan Yen Kannulane. Kalati because this Hasti and this Selandi, which is the spider, worship Lord Shiva in Kalahasti. That's why it's called Kalahasti. Kalatiyanavan yen kannulane. So, says Yelumbar Chandanan. So then, where did he finally result from? Thanirundan unarndi, at this 8th manifestation of Lord Shiva. Tamurtibri Deva Pujanam Iswararpitam Nechaya Kritam Chitta Shodakam Mukti Sadakam. Ramana Maharshi. Then when they asked him, who is the Ishvara? He says, Jagataishadi Yukta Sevanam Ashtamurti Bhrid Deva Pujanam. He is the Ishvara who is manifested in these 8 things. What are the 8 things? The Panchabhutas. Tirumoolar starts from the very distant thing. Panchabhutas. Subtle Panchabhutas we can't even see. The Panchabhutas, when he says Ashtamurti, he is in the Panchabhutas, 5 of, Ashtamurti means 5 of which is the Panchabhutas, which means the entire creation seen by science, unseen by science. Because the entire cosmic creations, this universe and so many universes, this galaxy and so many galaxies, everything comes into that Panchabhutas, but we can see those. Therefore, he brings it a little more closer. He's also in the sun and moon that you see, 7. And little more closer to what you can touch in all the jivas. It's in your cat, it's in your dog, it's in your snake. Yesterday, Asha sent me this little clip about this Siddha lady, which we didn't even know that there is this the Samadhi temple of this. Now her name has distorted, as it happens a lot in Chennai, Madras. The name distortions, like the Hamilton Bridge became the Barber's Bridge. Now this Sri Chakra Amma now become Chakra Amma. Sri Chakra. This lady used to go Sri Chakra, but eventually came to be known as Chakra Amma. Anyway, but I just came to know yesterday. You know, I've been to Thirumandiram so many times. I've been to Kalakshetra so many times. And he studied there for 4 years, so many times. And this Samadhi temple is right in that Kalakshetra street, next to Pamban Swami. We never didn't even know about this. And this lady was such a great saint that she used to fly around literally and land in people's terraces. Literally. Literally. Fly around, can you, like a helicopter, and just land in people's terraces. And Thiruvi Kalyana Sundaranar has written about her. Thiruvi Kalyana Sundaranar was a great Tamil writer. And he has seen her landing on his terrace. So, story. So this lady used to wear a snake around her waist. Really? Yes. So when I said it's in your cat, it's in your dog, it's in your snake, I just remembered this. This lady used to wear a snake. So this is how Lord Shiva has manifested into these 8 forms. The dogs, cats, the people around you, the jivas, and then little distance, the sun and the moon, 3, and the 5 Panchabhutas that you see and you don't see. Different universes. So Thanirundan unarndakte, you know, go through all this fabric of creation, go through all this craziness, and then go there. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have again the same concept. This is Bharatiyar, the fiery poet, the fiery brand of a nationalist. He was jailed so many times fighting for freedom. Says, Tani manidanuku unavillayel jagathine alithiduvom. If a single person doesn't have food, we will destroy the world. If a single person doesn't have independence, we will destroy the world. The same thing that Appar Swami, Yamarkum kudiyallom yamanai anjom. Naragathil idarpadom, nadalayallom, yemapom, piniyeriyom, inbame Allah, tunbamilla. When the king sent for him, imprison him and bring him over, because he's not converting himself back to Shaivism. He says, no, go, I'm not your slave, go away. So that was the first person to raise the rights of an individual citizen. And same thing Bharatiyar did. It was a fiery brand of a nationalism. This is what he sang. Kakkai Guruvi Engal Jadi. The crows and the sparrows are our clan. Neel kadalum malayum engal kuttam, the infinite ocean and the mountains are all us. Nokkam disayallam namindri verillai. Wherever I see, I don't see anything but myself. There's no dichotomy between Ishvara and Jiva. There's no dichotomy. Wherever I see myself. And the more and more I see, the more and more I get intoxicated. Nokka nokka kaliyatam. And it's really happened in Bharatiya. People who know Bharatiya stories, he lived in penury. He was one of those people who was not really concerned about all these material things. So one time it was so bad situation that his wife had given him to the Mangal Sutra, whatever, to get some food, sell it. That's the last possession. Just go and sell it, bring some food. He goes and buys some rice and comes back to the house, and he sees some sparrows in the courtyard in the front. He throws all the rice to the sparrows. He threw all the rice to the sparrows. What do you think that wife would do? The wife of today would hang him upside down. But he lived what he realized. Karkai Guruvi Engal Jadi, that sparrow is also my family. If he's hungry, he needs to eat. He lived what he realized. So, this is south. What about north? Lali mere lalaki jita dekun titalala lali dekna main gayi. Kya hua mujhe? Main bhi ho gayi lal. I went to see Lord Krishna. This is Kabir Doha. Lali mere lalaki jita dekun titalala. I went looking for my Lord, my God, my redness. I didn't see before, but then I see him everywhere. But you know what? Main bhi ho gayi lali. Main bhi ho gayi lal. Went looking for my beloved. Wherever I saw, wherever I looked, it was none but him. It was nothing but him. And then what? Him, that is me. Main bhi ho gayi lal. Kabir's another beautiful doha here. Sahibi teri, sahibi, sabgat rahi samaya, jo mehendi ke paat mein lali laki na jai. When you see this mehendi leaf, do you see a red here? You see any red in that green? So it's the Kabir was such a great saint, you know. In such so simple things, he engrained these universal truths. So in this red leaf, man, the leaf, you see red? No, you don't see red. Like this guy who says to Shankara, no, I'm not equal to Ishvara, I don't see him. He says, no. You have to squeeze yourself, you have to squeeze your consciousness, squeeze your mind, and squeeze the ajnana out, crush the ajnana out. Then you crush your known concepts of who you are, then you would see the red.